to be out by the end of February, and she hasn't got anywhere to go. And she's like, well, I don't know where I'm going to go. Like, where am I going to go?
Yeah.
And the real estate agent was on to her. I don't know who it was. I'd never heard of them. And they said, well, you have to. Have you got an appointment with housing? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're going to have to get somewhere. And she doesn't know where to go. She's got nowhere to go. She's got oxygen and all sorts of things.
Oh.
And the people said, well, either the rent's going to be raised, and they've given her the correct amount of time. Like, they've done all the legal stuff.
Yep.
And by last thing, she was meant to be out on the 15th of February. And she said, well, maybe we could all rent the rooms to someone else, and I could rent this. And the real estate agent, like, we can't do that. You've got to either pay the higher rent, or you do have to move. They've followed all the procedures. They've given you the extra time.
Yeah.
So it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because she's going to have to go to housing.
Yeah, and that's really hard too, the public
Yeah.
housing, they said tonight on the news. And there was a young couple, they
Well,
both
it's
had...
hard because there's a shortage and
Yes.
there's a waiting list.
Yes, all of that. And
But you won't have to go on with your mum with.
no, there's no room for that. But hopefully at this stage nothing changes and we get to stay. But the rent will go up, and
So will you, Nathan, be able to handle that?
oh, well, we just have to, because Andrew Kane said that he's got other properties that we could rent, but they start at $400 a week.
Oh, I know.
And
so
I can't do
right
that.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
So is there only you and Nathan that's still with her man?
With Natalie's back home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
I told you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I
Natalie's
did.
back home, and but who knows? But she moved back in. I don't know. It was November sometime.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realise that. Oh,
But her and Sam are good friends, and he helps her, and so they're not enemies or anything. So, and she's got a job. She works at Big W.
I saw her. I went into the change room the other day.
Oh, she didn't tell me.
And, yeah, I came in. I wanted to go in. Oh, and she was there. But she didn't tell me she lived at home. I didn't ask her, actually. Like, I just said, oh, I went in, and that was that.
Yeah.
And then when I came out, I think she was, I don't know if she was gone or she was talking to someone. Yeah.
Or she might have been on a break or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she was at the change rooms and doing that.
Yeah, she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work out.
Yeah. Well, so she goes to
How
work.
did Nan cope with that one?
Oh, well, Nana's been a bit different towards it, but Natalie hasn't seen Nana since the Auntie Lee's birthday, which was the 31st of December.
Oh.
And I don't know when she's going to see her. But anyway, because she's been working quite a bit, and then when she's not working, she's either doing stuff with her little business, and then if she's not doing that...
Is she doing a florist stuff still?
Yes.
Is that what her little business is?
Yeah, the holistical blooms.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good.
She did some for Valentine's Day, but she didn't do it here. She did it at a friend's place at Laguna because we don't have the room, and they were fresh flowers and have to keep them away from the heat and all that. And
Yeah, exactly.
and she,
Oh, good on her.
yeah. So we viewed a house in Hamilton Valley while I
Where's
was
that? Oh, that's over towards the
going to the tip.
tip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And we viewed a house there while I was on sick leave because we didn't know what was going on. It was the day that this investor came in by himself, and then when he left, we went for this appointment, and it was in Greta Drive, Hamilton Valley, and it was $350 a week. It was a 4-bedroom home, and
that's pretty good.
Too small.
but the bedrooms were not the size of this one, but we still viewed it, and so yeah, there was some nice things about it, but not. And anyway, when they told us, they asked us what did I think. Well, all of us, they did, and anyway, so they said just be mindful that we've had 60 people through this house today. And I thought, oh, so Natalie said, yeah, no, we've got no hope. And then it opened our eyes what we got here. That house didn't have. It had a smaller kitchen.
And one air conditioner.
It had a split system air conditioning, which was down the back. And
So what will they charge you here if they decide to let you stay?
$350 or $355 a week.
So do you all just split that 3 ways or what?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, hoping Natalie might give just a tad more. Yeah.
Tell her, if she's working,
Yeah.
you've got to make her step up to the plate. Because it's unfair on you two, and I probably shouldn't say this, but you need to hear it.
Yes, I do
If
know.
she's working,
Yep.
it needs to be everything's 3-way split, because she's got to get a reality on life, and otherwise, you know, she's working and running around getting the hair coloured, doing something else, doing this, doing that. No.
Yep. Yeah, well,
And you're all stressing.
yeah, and she knows that. So, but
Ruby
she'll
Ruby
be.
just jumped up on the bed and
Oh,
she's got her special little rug and she's jumped up here and passed out watching television.
no.
So I thought, I'll come up here and sit. She's jumped up. She's got to have her paw on you or
Oh, yeah, well,
Ruby,
Molly.
Ruby.
Yes. So, Jess,
Yeah.
and
You
she'll.
need to be stronger there.
Yeah, and she said, she does know, and I said to Natalie, that, you know, she said to me that this is where she's got nowhere to go, and it's all good, but she buys her own food and all that kind of stuff, and what she wants in the fridge and the pantry, so, yeah.
Oh, well, not a
Yeah.
bit off then.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, well, I don't know, how do you work out what you and Nathan pay though?
Well, when we know what the deal is with what's going on here, then she does pay me, but, you know, so it's something we'll have to work out.
You will. But
Yeah.
remember that she does have to pay because otherwise you two are going to be paying it all and she's not. And as much as I'm sure she probably...
She gives a little bit extra.
She probably still eats what you make anyway sometimes, does she?
Yeah, sometimes, and sometimes when she finishes, like if she works till 9 o'clock at night, she's had her tea earlier and she takes it to work, and if she wants a snack, she gets it on the way home. And then sometimes she goes to Sam's and has tea with him, and yeah, whatever.
So they just work out it didn't work.
Well, they just, obviously, I don't ask her a lot. She's told me a few things, and so I just go with that. But Sam helped her move in, and when she had brought her was bringing the business stuff home, when had to work out things, and she went and brought those fantastic furniture, the cupboard that I got in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she went and brought some of those. Well, she ordered them. So Sam took her and they went and done that. And then when they would arrive, then Sam came around and both of them...
flat packs together.
Yeah.
I hate putting those things together.
yeah, so Natalie and Sam did that together, and we cleaned up the garage with all the stuff out there previously, and had to make room and give up stuff, and had it looking nice, which is still nice, and so she's got the cupboards out there, and she's got
Oh, that's good.
and fix.
Yeah, I've been decluttering at home.
Yes.
I've decided I've got so much stuff, like, you don't use it, you don't need it, so I've just been going through things and,
Yeah. So
out.
so whether we were moving or not, it was still, we have to go through stuff, and I'm not good with that, as you know, but I'm willing to, and Nathan's never been good with that. Sometimes
I don't think
he
anyone
is.
is, though, are they?
Yeah, well,
Olivia's good with it. She's like, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it.
yes, and that sounds,
Oh, no.
Natalie's
I
the
paid so
same.
much for that. I did this, I did that. No, you haven't worn it for 3 years. Take it.
And
We
this-
need.
Yeah, and Jess, Natalie's good at selling things.
Mm.
Like, I've given up, I've decided, yeah, no, I don't want this piece of furniture and that. Well, she sold that for me, and, you know,
Oh, good.
so some things have gone, there are some things that went to the needy, stuff went to the tip, and you put it into each
Recycle
section.
into the shop. Yeah.
So Sam took all the stuff to the tip, Natalie went with, and Sam
Oh, good.
showed
You've done well
Natalie.
then.
Yeah, but we're still going through things in this open living area that's never looked much. You know, the
Oh, yeah,
cup.
that one on the left thing.
Yeah. Well, it's starting to take shape and look nicer, but there's still some plans on the way. Yeah. But
It all takes time.
yes. So
Just a
and
quick-
Mum.
Hope you can't hear me eating much.
No, I can't.
Yes. Oh, no.
A question. I've got a question to ask you. Have you guys got new work cars?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I never go in there.
Oh, okay, I thought you did.
I
That's
tell a lie. I did go in there today and I did a course and I passed and then I picked up my PPE gear, like my, gloves, masks, all that jazz.
yeah.
And I don't go out the back. I don't ask. I haven't been in there for months actually.
Yeah.
Our office only has 3 people in there or 4.
Yeah.
And then they rotate them and then another one. No, everyone's working from home.
Good.
Oh,
I'm going to need big offices. Like all these firms are going to realise that you don't need them.
No, that's right. Oh, and Jess, my sister Lee has retired from working.
A client told me that yesterday.
Oh, really?
She told me that, what's the lady who owns it?
Oh, Judy Hayho.
She'd been out at her place taking clothes out till just like 97.
Yes.
Right? And still buys, her clothes.
Yes.
And, she said that she'd retired and that she's a bit concerned because, she's just on her own now because she doesn't know who she could even trust.
Yeah, well, she needs to downgrade. Anyway.
She
Lee's,
needs to declutter.
yes, that's what I mean.
Oh,
And
honestly,
just give up
no,
the...
that shop has amazing stuff. It's like when Eileen Thornfeld had hers, mainly leather. It
Yes.
was a fabulous shop with beautiful brands, but you could not even push the coat hangers aside to see the bloody stuff. And
Yes.
she has done the same thing. It's so cluttered. And
Yep.
someone said to me about 4 weeks ago, oh, where on earth do you go for a mother of the bride thing? And she was like, 70s. I
Yeah.
said, look, Pearls have really lovely clothes. And
Yes.
she goes, it's just because, I can't stand it. And I said, yeah, but they do have lovely clothes. So if you don't want to go to Beechworth, there's another place, there's a shop there that has beautiful mother of the bride clothes. Or if
Yep.
you want to go to Melbourne,
Yep.
it's fine. But I said, otherwise, Pearls or Myers haven't got much at all. It's trashy.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, we'll tell Mum and we'll go and do that. And
Yeah.
I said, ring up and make an appointment. Say, I'm coming in and I want to be looked after.
Yeah.
And she will look after you.
Yes. So,
But, I mean, yeah, too much stuff.
yeah, well, Lee retired, I think it was end of September.
Uh-huh.
And that's when Mum was in and out of hospital and all that stuff. I think it was the end of September or early October. And I think, because Lee's now 67, and
Oh, is she?
yes,
Oh, I wouldn't have thought that.
yeah, she's 67, and Sue, my middle sister, she's retiring. She finishes the beginning of April this year, and she's 64, and she's had enough of being the cook at Yarunga.
Yeah.
She's done that for 5 years, and so she's retiring, so they're having more time with Mum, because Mum keeps us, my sister's very busy. I do a little bit, but because of my injuries, me incident, I'm a bit slower now, so I'm not, yeah, but I can't retire yet. I still got to work.
Oh, I had surgery on my face about 3 weeks ago, so...
Really?
Yeah, I had this bump that came up, and it was a bit of a mystery. They think it was probably an insect bite.
Oh,
It came up when I was down the coast
yes,
months ago, and it was like, you know, you go to your middle of your, like right on the, near your nose, near your eye,
yes,
and you go down onto your cheekbone,
yes.
and it was sort of like halfway down.
Oh,
I had this I've got this great big slit all the way down. It looked like freaking Zorro cut. I said to Mark, Jesus Christ.
oh,
I had nine stitches.
oh my gosh.
And then there was a thing on my neck that they took off as well. So he did a great job. But when they got, because like that was 3 weeks ago. Then I had a
Yes.
few days off. And
Yep.
then I had to go back and then I went back and they didn't have the results, and he took the stitches out, and then that was fine. That didn't hurt, which I thought it would have.
Yep.
And he said, no, I want this supported by Steri-Strips, so he put Steri-Strips over them again. And then, because I've been back, I had it done on the Wednesday, then I had to go to him on the Friday, which was good because it had bled.
Yep.
The Steri-Strips went real stiff, so he'd taken them off, put new Steri-Strips on, done all that, checked it all.
Mm.
And then he didn't have any, and then I had to go back on Tuesday, and he didn't have any results because pathology was 10 days behind.
Of course.
Ah, and he's like, geez, he was going angry about that, which usually it doesn't happen, but yeah, I don't know what happened. So then I had to come back the following Tuesday, so I went back again. So he Steri-Stripped again, so he took the Steri-Strips off, and bloody sore today. Like, Jesus. Because I only had them off yesterday.
Yes.
And it's really raw, like, really. And the skin, and he said, you're a mystery. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's not cancerous, right?
Yes.
I'm like, yeah. But he said, that cyst that I removed had dead cells of skin. And I'm like, what the hell do you mean? He said it was a chemosis. And I said, I know what that means. It's dead skin cells. And he said, it's either, and pathology have come up with question marks. They don't know what it was. So the weird thing, he said, you could have been, what was it like? And I said, well, I don't know. I just woke up and we were at the beach, and then my husband said, oh, what's that? You got blister on you. And I felt it, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know what that is. So I could have been bitten by a spider through the night, or a mothie, or anything. And that's what he said. It's some sort of, it could be an insect bite, it could be an infection, it could be whatever. But the skin had died inside, right?
Yes.
So this is what makes him think it is an insect of some description, either spider, mozzie, whatever.
Yes.
Has bitten me, and then your cells build up and make like a cyst around it. But the inside, and that's what the lump is, that comes up in your skin.
Right.
To protect you, basically.
Yes.
But yet, it's dead said, it's bloody lucky that you did come to me.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh. So now we're just going to wait and watch how it heals. But yeah.
Oh. Well, you won't be putting makeup on, will you?
No, I look like I've bloody got a Zorro face.
Oh. Well,
It's like fairly long. Like it's probably bloody, like it's from right up to my eye.
yes.
Down my cheekbone. But like everyone said, he did do a bloody good job. He said when it all heals, you barely see it, but right at this moment it looks pretty shit.
No.
And then I had a black eye. It was all black in one corner and black along the front, and then it was yellow, because you know how it goes black, and then it goes purple, and then it goes yellow.
Yes.
So yeah, and today I've had steri strip up, and all my clients are like, oh my God, what happened to you? Because the steri strip was skin tone.
Yes.
They haven't noticed that for the
Oh,
last
but
2
that's a
weeks.
good thing.
Yeah, for the last 2 weeks. But now I've got it off, and it's like this raw big stripe with all this bruising that's
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Never mind. I'll survive.
Yeah. Yes. And Mum has had trouble with fluid, like in her body. So she blew up. This was before Christmas, so she was quite big around from the tummy down, and so she takes she was taking about 17 tablets every morning, all this stuff. So she's had the works, and that has settled, but they got to
Well, what
watch.
did they think that was?
Well, she had blood transfusions, and she doesn't like the base hospital because the nurses,
No one does.
they're understaffed. They don't look after the elderlies, and she
Don't look
was,
after anybody.
yeah. So that's why she got, when she had to have this last one on the oncology ward, and she was so much happier. The food was good. She was treated nicely, and all of that, and and she's on magnesium tablets, and
That
she's,
hospital's terrible.
yeah.
The nurses, like most of them are so fat, I don't even know how they walk. And other than that, you've got like 10 patients to one nurse. So how are they meant
Yes.
to do it?
Yeah, that's right. And so Mum's told everyone there that she was very pissed off over all of that, and she doesn't want to go back there again. And and she was to have a kidney biopsy, but now that's been ruled out because Dr. Lee Benny, who she's under, is controlling with some special medication, keeping a
Plus, there would be a big risk of kidney bloody biopsy.
yes, and
Anesthetic and then going in and cutting a bit out of the kidneys. But
yes.
Yeah.
And Mum will be 90 this year,
Oh, wow.
so she's 89 at the moment, and so also if she gets too much for us, her house will have to be sold, and she goes into Delacourt and all that stuff. So, but at the moment she wants to stay at home as long as possible, and she's gonna get a new stove. But I know it's a bit silly, but her other one it doesn't work properly, and she's wanting to cook. And besides, Lee and Sue were saying that gives a bit more value to the house. So,
Can't you get that through a package?
pardon?
Can't you get that through her package?
No, apparently not. Mum told me yesterday.
Why? What level is she on?
Oh, I think she's on 2 now.
Oh, shit, is that all?
She was on 1.
She needs to be 4.
Yeah. Well, she loves a ramp, so she's...
She needs to be on 3 to 4.
Oh, I think she's on 2, isn't she, Natalie?
That's terrible.
Yeah, but Liv better pay for her...
That
what?
doesn't matter. Liv better needs to be applying for a higher package for her. And then she'll get her stove for someone the other day.
Oh.
But they need to be upping her package for her to have more care now.
Yes.
The mine takes 6 months. But then she will need more care.
Right.
So you better need to be applying for a larger package for her due to her medical condition.
Right.
But they need to do that now.
Right.
Tomorrow.
Right. Well, I know they had the girls met a Kerry at Live Better at Mum's yesterday. Wasn't in it, and so I don't know a lot. But Mum said that she can't get a stove. They did ask that, so I don't exactly know the level, but I know that the disposable pants that she wears now are from the chemist, and they're quite expensive. She wears them rather than knickers because she does have a few mishaps.
The pull-up.
Yes, the pull-up ones.
Yeah.
And so she has cleaning instead of all of us doing that, but while we're there we do some things. And she has the personal care as in the showering.
How many days does she have that?
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I think that was for a half an hour, but she was an hour's service, but the shower only takes, less than a half an hour. And in that other time, they could be doing other jobs, which had been said to.
Domestic.
Yeah. So she's got a couple of good ones that she likes, and she doesn't like one, or didn't like a couple, and she was.
Tell her to get rid of the ones she doesn't want. Doesn't have to put up with that.
Yep. So Sue had started leaving notes for who was coming and asked them could they do this. Mum felt terrible, but Sue said, "No, Mum."
No, you have to.
Yes. So.
Because not everybody's got initiative, and when it comes to personal care,
Yes.
there's a real borderline at the moment. Like, because you have domestic services, we get paid at a different rate, and this gets paid at whatever rate. And if you've got an hour shower,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
it comes under different codes, which is different amounts of money that they charge your mum and whatever.
Yes.
And they told us, actually, we have to actually start documenting, like writing, what we're doing. So, okay, if we do the shower, we can make the bed and do light duties, basically,
Yes.
because that's personal care. Domestic is domestic. Floors,
Yes.
benches wiped over, this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's different again.
Yes.
Because they were wearing the staff out for one. Because clients were like saying, okay, we'll do the shower, and that's like half an hour. And then you've got to mop the floor, vacuum the floor, dust, do this, do that, and they couldn't do it.
Yep.
It was unexpected in that way. So
Yeah.
they've had to pull them back into gear. But yeah, I do agree that a lot of staff also don't do much, and some do too much.
Yes.
Some
And then there's
depends.
some that only stay for a half an hour but get paid for the hour.
Oh, don't they have to log in and out?
Well, they do it on paper. Mum,
Oh, see, that's all.
yes. I don't know when they're going to that, but anyway, Sue's kept an eye on that. And when I was going there earlier,
And that happens. That actually does happen.
yes, and I
Where
report.
you,
I report to Sue if I notice something, like one personal care person. I went there. We help ourselves. We all got keys to get in at Mum's, save her coming to the door, and we just say we're coming in, Mum, and this one had finished the showering with Mum. Well, she didn't touch Mum, but she was in the bathroom, but she was also training with a young lady as well, this Alison, and she, when I walked in, Mum was coming from the bedroom. She'd had a shower, she had her tops on and her disposable pull-ups, but no 3/4 pants on, and I'm looking, and Mum's chatting away to me, and I thought, oh, she'd have just observed this and see whether these girls are going to remind or say, Joyce, you need to put your 3/4 pants on, or we'll help you do that. They didn't. They let Mum sit down in the dining room. She's sitting there with no 3/4 pants on, and I'm thinking,
Oh, and they didn't say, oh, Joyce,
no,
put your pants on.
no, they didn't. And then they left, and Mum said, oh, Alison's tired today. And I said, oh, is she? I said, have you done some of the extra jobs?
Well, two of them, they could have done double jobs.
Yeah, anyway, I told Sue about it because she asked me what, did anything go on while you were there, and I said this stuff, and I said, when Mum's fully with it, she would have been embarrassed to sit like that. Anyway,
No, it's just not right.
no, and I said to Mum when they left, I said, Mum, oh, here's her 3/4 pants were hanging off her walker on the bar thing. I said, Mum,
God. But how would you ever do that to someone? I've never done
Yes.
that to someone in my whole life.
no.
Jesus.
And they left, and I said to Mum, oh, here you go. I don't know what I said. It'd be good to put these on. I probably said, oh, yes, I need to have those on. And, yeah, but that was once, and Sue she kept that in mind and then told them. So Mum didn't ever like that one. She doesn't do much, and, yeah, she was never keen on it. So this Kerry must have asked her yesterday, do you have any favourites, Joyce? And Mum said, well, yes. So I think she told her, so, yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully. she'll
Yeah.
get them.
Well, she was quite happy telling me some of this stuff, and said that she was really very nice, and this, so they're looking into things. So, yeah, that's all I know on that one.
And at the end of the day,
Yes,
the whole service has got to run well.
yes,
You guys have got to let the service run as well. Like when you pick up things that aren't right, tell
yes,
them.
yes,
But other than that, just let them do everything, not you guys, because you guys will wear yourselves out.
yeah, that's
Not
right.
being awful, I know
No.
you love your mum and you all do, but and it's hard because you want to get in there and do everything, but you can't because
No,
of how you feel and your fall and
yep,
your sister getting older and retiring and
yes,
all her thing, and you've got to let someone do that, and it's a really hard thing to do.
yeah. So I know that Lee's does quite a bit of the running around, taking Mum to appointments and things like that, because there's a lot of things happening. She does all that, and so does Sue. And
But you know what?
yep,
They Live Better have really got to accelerate her care due to her medical condition. She should be a bloody level 4,
yeah,
not a 2. And that's what they've got to really push. You guys got to push. Talk to Sue and Lee and
Yeah.
say we need to have at least a level 3 or 4 because accelerating to a 4 would be better because of her deteriorating condition. But
yes,
even if you can get to 3 shortly, because
Yeah.
the waiting list on all these, because all these organisations are charging mega bucks,
yes,
the government didn't legislate how much it was going to cost, how
right,
much each service was going to cost, because they just thought it would be competitive and people would be like, okay, you charge $25 now, you charge $30, I'm going to go with 25. This one will lower, this one will. But every single mob, us, UPA, Mercy,
yeah,
Live Better, everyone, they went to the top of the scale. So they're all charging like 50, 60, 70 bucks an hour.
oh my
Disgusting.
God,
It is really bad. And it eats up a lot of the people's packages
yes,
through the hourly rate and through the managing the packages. So it's not quite as raucous as the NDIS. It's
Yes.
bloody totally out of freaking control.
yeah,
But the age isn't much behind.
yep,
Hopefully they'll legislate this after this Royal Commission into them. But yeah, everyone's charging so much compared to what they're paying the workers.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Yeah, so I don't know all of that. Sue keeps an eye on all of that. She's right on to things. And so at the moment, Mum's pretty happy and...
I think Liveberta's pretty good. I hear good stuff about them.
Yeah, well, I changed... Georgina had the job when I first... Well, no, she didn't have the job. I met her and then they transitioned over to Live Better because I was in on that. That's a while ago. And because I said I liked that lady and what she was saying, so then she upped and decided to leave and go to Orange. I thought she went. And then they had I thought a Michael slipped into the role and he didn't last. Then they had someone
I'll tell
else.
you, no joke,
Yeah,
that many staff are jumping ships. It's
Yes.
not funny. Like, we've got tons of girls that have stayed, like lately, with our high care disability clients that are going across. So,
yes,
And then they're working for Top Gun as well,
yep,
which is another disability group. And then they're working for us. And then our allocators who are friends with them, who are working with one organisation or the other,
yeah,
is rostering around their needs, which is starting to cause a bit of turmoil.
yes,
But there's some girls who've got at least 3 jobs in disabilities as well as, or 2 jobs, and then working for us as well.
oh my God,
I know, because nobody's employing full time.
yes,
And see, that's the only reason I stayed with Australian Unity, because Kelly, Shauna and I are
yes,
full time, and a lot of our days we're available 7 till 7, so I couldn't fit me in anyway.
yeah,
But I just said, no, I'm getting too old. I don't want to do this anymore. Like,
yeah.
really.
Well,
I'm
you're
starting-
going to be 60 this year, aren't you?
Nah, 59.
Oh, well, I'm already
and
that.
see, I reap the benefits of being full time. I've got all my long service. So like Mark said to me yesterday, he said, well, why don't you move jobs? And I said, Mark, I don't want to. I'm just going to hang in here.
Yep,
I'm going to stay where I am. I'm getting all the benefits and more than anybody else who's permanent part-time.
yep,
I get guaranteed. If I don't work 70 hours, I get paid 70 hours. Like, I get
Yeah.
paid for that. That's it.
yep,
And so, and they want us to go. And like they say, oh, would you like to drop your contract? I'm like, no, I don't want to drop my contract. No, not now.
yep,
I'm just going to hang in there
yes,
and then drop it when I want. But because I'm getting so much long service, so much extra benefits, so much guaranteed work,
yes,
if I swap, you go back down to casual or this and missing
Yeah.
work, and I'm like, no, I'm just too old for that crap.
Well, you know that Tammy would employ you when you don't want to work
I
there.
know. She
Yeah.
told me, she said, when you get sick of it, you just yell out and I'll employ you whenever you want one. And I know.
Yeah, and I know you do.
And I know Top Gun. I've been offered 13 jobs now since
Yeah.
the NDIS. And I said that to our branch manager the other day, but I said, I want to work for us because I'm where I am at this stage of my life.
Yes,
Possibly in the next, say, 3 years, I might drop back and go to a 50-hour contract instead of 70.
yep,
But right at this moment, I don't want to retire. I don't want to work for 3 people. I don't want to work
No.
for 5 people.
no,
I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. And she's
Yep.
like, no, I understand that.
yep,
And that's it.
yes. I had you as 60 this year, but
What is she?
Yes.
What is she?
she'll be 59. So yes.
59!
No, in May.
Jeez!
Yes, and you know what I will be in May?
61.
Shut up! Let her guess. Jesus,
Oh, you're 61, that's right.
I will be.
Doesn't matter.
And what am I?
Oh, 24.
Up.
And what about, who's your main carer? That gorgeous girl.
Bridget.
Bridget's my only one.
Bridget. Oh, the only one?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
that's all he's got.
That's all I've got at the moment. Oh, I'm not
He
ready.
doesn't want any males.
Don't want any males?
She flicked Glenn Chuck.
There's a reason to that.
I'd flick bloody Glenn Chuck too because he's useless. He's too familiar with everyone and doesn't.
He's too familiar with
You
Kay.
need to find someone else, though, in that case. You need
Oh.
to get someone else in that case, Nathan.
Yeah, he's walked away. Well, I think...
Come back.
Get back here, Jess is talking to you.
What's wrong?
He flipped Glenn because Glenn wanted to improve him and Nathan didn't like that he didn't listen, and apparently Mum got involved and Nathan didn't like that.
So then...
But you know what?
What?
I actually think that Nathan should be going to someone that actually you aren't involved with, Kate.
Yes.
So that he can get a new perspective and move forward. Because
Yes.
Glenn and Nathan are like a pair of shoes that fit comfortably.
Yeah.
Too comfortably.
And you
Someone
had
that
him
actually
right.
gets Nathan a
Good
job.
for him, I don't think.
And Jess, so Nathan, like, because of new things that we got to do, and I was going to do an extra night, but I'm not
You're
now.
out of control, Nathan.
He needs to start
You need to come round
earning
and
some.
swing in
Yes, you do.
control.
He needs, which apparently they're working on it, but he needs to learn new things and get have support and earn a little bit, like as
Yeah,
in.
because they'll cut you off.
Yeah, he needs
And it's
to do that, but
becoming a
he
bit
walks
tougher.
away. Yeah, so he needs you, Jess, to start talking to him because he doesn't fucking listen. And every time Natalie or I say this, we've got to learn new things no
He
matter
puts
what
the ball
age.
up.
Yeah, and he still does.
But the thing is, where is he?
He's not in the
He
room.
walked away as soon as he heard the work word.
Nathan,
Get in here.
Get here.
Jess wants you.
What's happening?
She wants you.
Oh.
You always listen to her.
Yes.
Just because you don't have Jess working for you or doing stuff with you, she is always here and she always has great ideas.
Nathan,
Yeah.
Nathan,
Mum, shush. Yes? Yep.
Nathan,
Go for
you
it.
are going to have to do new things.
I know.
And wait, you do need to have a go at having a male care worker.
I don't trust males.
Why?
There is reasons to that, and I'm not going into it.
You go into it, I'll remove myself.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to remove yourself.
Right.
But all right, if you don't want males, okay, that's fine. But if you're going to go into a workplace, you are going to have to actually not stick your head in the sand or not cut your money off, because the government cannot afford to pay for all these people on JobKeeper, JobSeeker, too high a paid NDIS, too high a whatever. The whole country's not going to be able to afford it. You are going to have to change ways, and I'm going to come and visit, and I will talk to you about this.
I've already.
Let Jess
You
talk.
are going to have to try new things and maybe even try to earn some money. But with the support of a care worker going with you to help you.
It's getting worked on, Jess. So don't panic. Don't worry. It's getting worked on.
Right.
It's getting worked on. I'm not saying much.
Why?
I'm not. Nelly, can you just keep out of this, please? Honestly.
Oh no, we're all here together.
It's getting. I had a meeting last week with a lady.
He wants to start his own photography.
No, wrong. Just. I'm not talking.
No, no,
I'm not talking.
Jess is going to come around and see you.
Matt, Natalie,
as well.
can you just fuck off for a
No,
minute?
it's getting irated all the time, and he's getting a little bit
Yeah.
hard to put up with too,
Nathan.
Jess.
Jess.
Nathan,
Yeah.
Nathan,
What?
Nathan, listen.
No,
There's no need to panic. It's all right.
Jess.
I'll come visit one day when you're free.
Jess.
And we can talk about it.
There is
How's that?
but probably when there's not Mum and Nellie home, because there is a lady I've Tammy knows her. Her name is Lisa, and Lisa Brown is her name. I haven't heard from her as such because it was only last week we had that meeting. It is getting worked on and all that stuff, and Mum wants me to have a job in doing something as in stacking shelves, but that is not happening because
Why?
I'm not doing it.
What's wrong with it?
No,
Why?
I had
Why?
done.
Tell me.
I have done that
Tell
one.
me why.
I have done that once before with other providers, and I'm not into that shit. I'm not into it.
Well, guess what?
What?
I go to work every day, and there's jobs that I friggin' hate.
Well,
They
it's
shit me to tears. But you know what? I have to do it because that's life.
yeah, but
And that is what you have to do in jobs. Natalie would go to work and sometimes she'd think, oh my God, I hate this friggin' job. But you have to do it because you are employed and you have to earn money and that's what you have to do.
It'd be
You can't just say, I don't want to do this because I don't want to do it.
it'd be a job in photography, and that's what Lisa is getting onto.
Who with?
She's going to be organised. I don't know how she's going to do it, but she works for a company called Discovery.
All right. Well, that sounds good.
And all that stuff. So yes, so I will keep you
But
posted.
you know what?
What?
Other than that, what you've got to get through your head is that you just can't coast along anymore because the whole system is changing where you have to... Your mum wouldn't want to go to work all the time, do you, Kate?
No, I'm only going to work my 3 evenings and that's it.
Mum?
Especially now I'm getting a little bit
Can you-
older and I've had the
Okay.
And
You go
just out of interest, Kate,
Yeah.
do you think you wake up in the morning and you go, oh, I can't wait to go to work tonight? Do
Pardon?
you say that?
Pardon?
Do you wake up in the morning that you have to go to work and you go, oh, I can't wait to go there to work this afternoon?
Well, I was
Or do you-
fine until I had the fall.
No, but your mindset, do you actually wake up and you go, oh, I can't wait to go to work tonight? Or do you think,
Sometimes.
oh, shit, I've got work tonight, I've got to get there at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, or sometimes when things get a bit hectic because I've been spending 3 hours with Mum twice a week leading up to what happened and then the stress of this, yes.
So do you get excited when you go to work?
Oh, sometimes, maybe occasionally, yeah.
I don't much.
No, but
Sometimes I do.
I know
I'm
I've got
like,
to do
oh,
it.
work tomorrow. Ooh, yeah.
But Jess, I know I've got to do it because it's a bit extra money, and if I didn't do it, I'd only
That's
just
my
have my
point.
pension.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying to Nathan.
And you
That
know
is
what?
Exactly my point. Because that's the thing. You don't work. You've got to do something. And not everything we want to do we want to do? No.
That's
like I
right.
would say, no, I want to go out to the weir and bloody lie at the river all
Yeah,
day for lunch.
And
But I have to go to work. And that's
yes,
what I'm saying to you, Nathan.
Nathan's
You
moved.
might say, oh, no, I don't want that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take shells. That's too hard.
Yeah, and it's not. And it gets to
Well, the
meet
thing is,
people.
it's life.
Yes, I'm moving around because he's moved. And Jess is doing too much of, oh my God, he's always doing what he used to do on the computer in his room, because they take it off the telly, and he does half it. Yes, he's got all that, and he's got everything laid on the bed, and he doesn't do the dusting, and he doesn't do the vacuuming, and he hasn't made
Mum.
I'm talking to Jess, he hadn't made an effort to have his room very presentable when it's been on the market.
They didn't say anything.
And I said to him, you need to get in here, the drum kit's got to be downgraded to a smaller size. There's an inch thick of dust everywhere, and he just doesn't get it. So he needs Jess.
Mum, enough!
Oh yeah, he only does that when he's got...
Jesus. I said enough, Mum.
No, you hear that?
Oh,
Nathan?
what?
Yeah.
She pisses. This is what you miss out on.
That's...
No, I don't miss out.
Did you stop following me?
This is what you have to do every day. You got to wash your hair, not every day, every second probably. Have your shower, have your shave, keep your room. How are you going with the shaving?
Well, that's...
Just
He
sit
wants
there.
to grow a beard now, and he can't fucking look after his hair. And
Are you washing your hair?
Not all he washes
Oh, I
it when
wash
he thinks
it.
about it.
Oh, well, the
It
only,
hasn't changed, Jess.
the only way I can tell my hair needs wash is when I'm scratching the shit out of it.
That's fucking
Yeah.
disgusting.
Do you know what? Yeah, because you've got dandruff and greasy and
Yes,
nothing.
I know.
People have got to sit in the car with you. You've got to clean your teeth. You've got to wash your hair. You get in that shower tomorrow. You bloody wash your hair and clean your teeth. And you think of me yelling at you otherwise.
Yeah, he doesn't clean his teeth enough.
Because that's not nice hygiene.
And
I would
Jess,
throw you out of my car
Jess,
when I picked you up if you weren't clean and nice.
yes.
Mum,
Because, and I hope Bridget's going to do the same thing. I'm going to tell her.
Yeah, well, she started to get on.
now I'm going
No.
to my room and sit here.
No, Jess wants to talk to you.
Oh, for freaking
Yes.
hell.
Also, he loves going on these drives and he does it twice a week. But that's one of Bridget's jobs too. Is
Yes, I
they
did.
started doing it towards the end of last year of doing his room, but Bridget doesn't get in there like you did.
Mum,
she
you
didn't.
can't expect everybody to be like Jess, Mum. How many times you got to be told?
Nathan, these are your everyday living skills. Okay?
Yes.
Who's in charge of Bridget? Tammy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all right. Oh.
You need to speak to Tammy, you too. You need to speak to Tammy and say, we need Nathan's living skills, like she can help you do the room before you go on your outing.
Yeah.
And
That's
what
right.
should be happening. You need to write down, Kay, what you think that needs to be done.
Yes.
Nathan, you need to look at it and tick it or cross it, then you can negotiate. You
Yes.
can work out what you're going to do. But some of that time and that funding can be to help your room stay neat and tidy and you to be doing things.
I know that. I don't need to keep getting told over and over. I'm getting sick of it.
Okay.
He's fucking on the computer.
Mum! Shut up.
Get a load of this. Your mum's harping at you. Okay?
Oh, every
Because
bloody...
you're not friggin' listening, Nathan. Shut up and listen. You have to just listen to your mum sometimes. Bridget should be helping you do that stuff, and that will help you. That's what she's paid for, to help you do stuff.
Does
That will
help me.
make that will make you do less. You running out the door and going on a drive, that's
Yeah.
fine. But you come home, your room's not done.
That's
So
it.
therefore you've got to do it yourself. That's dumb.
No, that's never going to
You
work.
let Bridget help you make your living area nice and neat and tidy, and then go on your trip.
That's right.
Okay, Mum, you don't have to keep at it.
I'm not. I'm agreeing with Jess.
Okay,
I'm
whatever.
keeping at it.
No.
Because you're swinging out of control, Nathan. You're getting real slack.
Jess is not even here and she fucking knows you.
Luckily, I haven't seen you lately, because if I run into you and you've got dirty, filthy hair and you haven't had a shave and you smell like God knows what, I'd go angry on you. And those things you have to do every day.
I
Just
do.
That's what you have to do. Wash your hair, clean your teeth. You clean your teeth tonight, and I'm going to come round to your house and write Jess on your toothbrush. So that'll really piss you off every time you clean your teeth.
Mum, we haven't had tea yet.
Well, that's enough from me. I'm going to sign off.
Yeah.
But remember those things, and Kate, you need to actually write down a few things like that when Bridget comes, before they go out, if you're not home.
Yes.
Room, dust drums, change the bed, do this, clean the bathroom, whatever.
Yeah, well, he does the bathroom on the weekend. He cleans that.
Thank you.
But he learned to do that when Natalie wasn't here, and that continues. Except it wasn't done last weekend. It's getting done this weekend. Admittedly, I couldn't do mine, but now I can. But I've got to watch how far I bend.
Well, maybe Natalie or Nathan could go up and do yours.
I'm not doing hers.
Because you're the wonderful mum.
Yeah.
Hello,
But
you two. Listening?
Yes. Yes. And Yes, he has gotten slack. But anyway, he does do that, but it's his friggin' room.
Who's good at dobbing
got a-
people in?
I'm not, that's not, he reckons that's dobbing, Jess.
That's not dobbing, Nathan. This is life. And guess what? You got to pull yourself into gear and think, this is my bedroom. Do I want to be breathing in all dust particles and not breathing properly and getting sick and God knows what because I'm too lazy to change my bed, vacuum under my bed, vacuum my floors, or vacuum and dust the bloody drum kit? Do you want to breathe properly or not?
I can breathe.
He doesn't blow his
You won't be able
nose.
to.
I can breathe.
You won't be able to if you've got that much dust and rubbish in your room.
I can breathe. I can breathe
Or
perfect.
clean your room.
I know that. Yeah, Mum.
I've not said anything.
Yeah, I know. Look on your
And
face.
excuse me, Jess is a mum. You like all
I don't know
like
that.
all mums.
I
But
said
you,
it. And I
yes.
mean to say, you've got Bridget for all that time. She can be helping you do it. She will help you do it like I used to. You did some, I did some, and it was neat and tidy.
Correct.
Do you have to
It's
keep?
not a problem.
Yeah.
And Kay, you
Yes.
do need to bring that into Tammy's, let her know about that it's not happening.
Yes.
Because that is his daily living skills and he needs to know how to do all that anyway. And Bridget is to assist him rather than just jump in the car and go out.
Yeah. And, you know,
That's what your funding pays for.
that's
And
right.
And Bridget can be firm and do that. I saw her the other day at UPA actually.
Yeah.
No, UPA, what was that place? No, Baronia Range, that nursing home.
Oh.
Yeah, I yelled out to her and waved to her. But yeah.
Yeah.
That can happen and that should actually be happening.
Yes, and Nathan says, you can't ring Tammy. She's my friend. She's this. Like, she works for me.
Mum.
Well, Nathan, she's not your friend. She is working with you. She is your friend. But, I mean, these people are leaving Bridget. They're your friend, of course, but they are employed.
I do
Yes.
know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mum, we're going to have tea. It's 9 o'clock.
Yes, son. But I don't know what we're having.
Well, we're having pizza, aren't we?
No.
Oh, okay.
Have you had tea?
No.
No, but I'm not cooking. I'm on strike tonight.
Yeah, all right.
So,
I agree.
Nathan
Baked
hasn't.
beans on toast, Nathan.
Yes.
I love baked beans on toast.
Yes. He doesn't. Yeah. So,
So
just-
yeah, just talk to Tammy and say to Tammy that would she be able to mention to Bridget that he needs to be cleaning his room before they go on and out.
yeah, that's right.
Just once a week at least.
Yeah, that's. I don't expect twice a week, but you know,
No,
they were doing it, but all,
change of sheets.
he does that on a weekend.
Oh, so he does that.
With my help with the bottom sheet, it's still the same
Well, why are you doing it?
because it's
Why does he have to do this on the weekend?
because
Put that onto your day where you've got Bridget.
right.
So change the bed. Then you don't have to do it. Why are you doing it?
Yeah, well, I had.
Let someone else do it.
Yes, that is a
Truly,
point.
Because the weekend is a weekend. So ask Tammy if they can change the bed, you know, like dust, vacuum, fix up his room so
Yes.
it's neat and tidy. Right?
Yeah,
In her service. Not why are you doing? Why are you overseeing the sheets on the weekend? I know I was crazy. I
Yeah.
changed my bed on a Sunday. The other
Yeah.
day. Why the freak am I changing my bed on a Sunday?
yeah, that's what I do too.
I know, and I'm like, no, not doing it on Sunday, so I did it on a Tuesday and it threw me right out. But the thing is that this service is for Nathan. You don't have to be doing that. You've got to make sure that you pull yourself back.
Yes,
Even another day, if you don't want, Bridget could be showing Nathan how to, you know, wipe over the kitchen bench, do the washing up, do this, do that. That can be added in there, you know. She's got a package. You don't need to be killing yourself.
yep,
But I would do his bed on one of her days.
Yes.
His room. And when does he have his shave? Does she do his shave and all that stuff?
Well, she was doing it because he wasn't doing it properly, but now she just she said, "Have you got the lawnmower out, Nathan?" And he knows exactly that, and he goes into the bathroom. She might assist occasionally if he's missed or hadn't done it. Yeah, but she tells him about his deodorant. It's still all the same, but mind you, he's got a picture on the vanity, and it's got about shaving and teeth, and it's a big picture. It's not stuck to anything. It's just leaning against the mirror, and the other one is attached to the thing that's hanging onto the shower, and it says to wash his hair. He ignores it all. And there used to be one on the dishwasher to unpack the dishwasher, but he never took any notice of it, so I took it off because when the house was going on the market and they were coming in taking photos, I took all that off. I madly cleaned the cupboards on the outside because Nathan, I don't know, he's the only one that makes the cupboards all grubby. And
well, that's another thing you can do. Like, does he have it for 3 hours or something? Or
yeah, 3 hours Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, well, they can wipe the cupboards over, unpack the dishwasher one day
Yeah.
before they go, surely. Just to bloody help out. And other than that, the bedroom the other day, change the bed, dust, vacuum.
Yes.
And make sure his room's tidy. And you need to ring Tammy, talk to her about that.
Yes.
And just say, look, I know this is what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's okay him driving around town thinking everything's great or wherever they go or whatever they do.
Yes.
But he does have to know that he has to be accountable for things.
Yes. Because when there's no one home and he's home and not got anything on that day, he's always at the computer desk, and if he's not here, he's in his room, and that's all he does till 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
And he doesn't have David Oliver anymore because that's the doctor. He's retired.
Yeah.
So he goes to a new doctor, but it's one that Natalie and I have as well. And her name is Dr. Liz Onnerly, and she's in Wodonga, but we also will have to have another doctor when we can't get into Liz.
Oh, okay. Where's she at?
She's at the Border Wellness and Laser Centre at in Wodonga. Yeah.
I go to Wodonga doctor too.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's right. And so who's he see instead of Glenn Chuck?
I don't know. He had telehealth, like he did it at Tammy's rooms. In one of the rooms on the big telly screen. He had someone that was worth $200 for an hour, and she was part Asian or something, but doesn't have her now. And I said, I didn't want to ever meet her. I'm out of that. I've had enough of that, being with Nathan, with a psychologist, because he doesn't fucking listen and doesn't keep it up. So he can do all that with Tammy or who it might be. So
So Tammy will organise it all.
obviously. But
that's
Nathan told me he doesn't have that person on the... I think that she was searching for someone else, buggered if I know. He learns to keep things to himself, sometimes tells me. But, you know, I've had enough of doing all that because he can do all that. He needs
Well,
it.
that's Tammy's job anyway.
Yeah,
You don't have to be doing it. You don't have to be going to appointments. Let him go and do. But it's a pity you can't go face to face with someone.
yeah,
I reckon. So when it comes to those sessions,
yes. So,
that's only me.
but they still got to work on areas that have scarred his life from school and everything. That's always going to be an ongoing thing.
Do you know it's an ongoing thing with people that have had a wonderful life?
Yeah.
It really is. And I mean to say, my nephew even, he bloody has problems, which I don't even know why he's got problems. Because he has had the best life from what we all think. But he overthinks everything. He's got anxiety, he's got depression, he's got whatever. And I mean, you know, he works as well, but he has conferences over there. And his person's in Adelaide or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
said she's fantastic, so, whatever.
Okay, well, Nathan has Simon every fortnight at Aubrey Sound and Lighting, and Simon's
Right.
really good with Nathan. And he needs
I
a
like
bit,
Simon.
yeah. And do you know that Simon's going
Wife.
to be a dad?
He's going to be a dad.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Having a girl.
Due in when?
9th of July, I think. June or July, I think it is.
And Daniel, who used to work for Optus, and
I know him too.
yeah, well, him and Tara are having a baby too,
Oh, lovely.
and she's due in July.
Somewhere in July, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And Olivia's getting married at the end of the year.
Whoa.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, 27th of November.
Beautiful. No.
And they're having the wedding at the Feathertop Winery at Popunka.
Lovely.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Where's Paul Punker?
Up Wagga way, isn't it?
Between,
No.
it's between Murderford and Bright.
Oh, I've been up past there.
I took you there.
Yeah, and I've been up past there with Bridget too.
No. So that's lovely.
Oh, it's this gorgeous Tuscany winery.
No.
Do you remember, Jess? Do you remember when you took me to Mansfield and we were in that big bloody storm?
Friggin' hell, would I ever forget?
Well, Mum said to me, she asked me, did I have a dash cam at that time, and I didn't, and I said, Mum, I could have brought one.
Yeah, he's mad about all these cameras. That's takes over his life, actually.
It does not.
No, you did. You filmed a lot of that. Was that on your phone?
No, well, but
Jess, he has a dash cam in Bridget's car,
there's two actually.
front and back, every time it goes in. Oh,
God.
I'll kick you out of my car.
Yeah. I won't put it in your car.
You actually did have something. You filmed it on your phone.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is now. I don't know where it is.
Filmed all that.
I did have it.
Because on the way down, remember you said, oh, there's lots of water. And I'm like, God, yeah, there is lots of water.
Oh,
Wow, lucky we're not going that way.
Oh, I had
We
to-
went the opposite way. Because the opposite way was flooded.
Oh, yeah.
We were going down.
Yes.
It wasn't flooded because we were higher. And we kept looking over thinking, oh my God, look at all that water over there.
Yeah.
We went
I remember that
we
very
went
well.
Yeah.
there, we did all that, and then when we came back up, it's like, oh, holy shit. I tell you, that was the scariest friggin' drive home, and I never let on to you at all days.
No, I could tell. I could tell.
You could not tell. You were crapping on and talking about all sorts of stuff. You could not tell. I was holding that steering wheel, coming back through that bloody, we had to go up this opposite way and up through. We
Oh.
went through Myrtleford, remember?
Yeah.
And back around that way because all the roads were shut. I reckon I had white knuckle fever. I was holding the steering wheel.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do.
And then I said, now you've got to ring your mum. We stopped at the petrol station. We got a coffee or a hot chocolate you got, went to the toilet, rang your mum. I said, you've got to ring your mum, tell her we're going to be home late. I was meant to be at dinner at like 6 o'clock, and I rang Mark and I said, oh, look, I'm
That's
freaking.
right.
And Mark's like, oh my God, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. I didn't want anybody panicking, keeping real. With Nathan thinking, fuck, we're going to be killed. Like we made it through. I couldn't barely even see the road on the way home.
Oh.
The detour, the storm had moved across. And it
Yes.
was, we had to go up through not Beechwood.
think we did actually. I think we
had
did.
to come back through Yak and Dander. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've never been beat on half these roads.
No, I know.
Made it.
Yeah, we made it, and I wished I had a bloody dash cam at that time, but I didn't have
But
one.
it was on your phone.
Yeah, I know, but
Yes.
and I think it's on one of the hard drives. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, and he's got about 10 of them.
I'm gonna see.
Look it up.
I'm gonna see if you're right on that. If I've got 10, I'll give.
Oh, no, it looks like that all lined up on the fucking bed.
Oh,
Jesus.
am I a character or what?
A what?
Am I a character or what?
Oh, and all what, I reckon.
Oh.
You are a character, but yeah, it is an all what. But what you have to do is you have to open your little mind again, or your big mind. And you remember years ago I said you've got to shut up and get outside of the square. You
Yes.
have to do different things. You are going to have to do different things because otherwise your funding will be cut. So you do need to not panic about if you have to go and do some work, right? Everybody's got to work in this life. I've told you this before. And the thing is, you'd have a care worker, you'd have Bridget with you or someone with you to help you do things you have to do. And it wouldn't be like you're being by yourself. So don't stress out about it, all right?
As I said, it's getting worked on. It's getting worked on.
Good. But
Oh.
what I want to say to you is, don't worry about it, Nathan, because you are going to have to do something to get your funding, right? And the thing is, if you could have Bridget or another care worker with you, helping you do whatever you're going to do, you'll have fun anyway. So it doesn't matter. Don't worry about the fact that it's work. Don't even think about the word work. Call it your outing or something.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
Change it.
It's all right for me mum to say, isn't it?
No, it's all right for me to say. What I'm going to say to you is, when they say work, ask Tammy to change the word to an outing or an activity instead of work.
An outing will.
It'll put your brain into a different field. So therefore, you go somewhere for an activity instead of going somewhere for work, right? When you say you're going somewhere to work, you're going to stress out, have a freak out, have a meltdown, and you'll be doing a basket case by the time you get there. If
Yes.
she says to you you're going to go and do a different activity, you're not going to think of work. So that
Gonna
would
have
work.
fun and learn.
Yes, mum. Okay, mum.
See what I mean,
Well, that's
Jess?
all I'm saying, and not your mum.
Jess, I know you're saying, but I know what the reaction on mum's face is. I don't have
But
to.
I'm nodding and agreeing to all this with Jess. I just said he's going to have fun and learn and be interacting with other
Yes.
people.
So, Kay,
Yes.
I want you to write down,
Yes.
and you can tell Tammy I said this, I don't care. But instead of saying to Dathan he's going to work, he's going to be doing an activity.
Yes.
Another activity.
Yes.
Take the work out of it.
Yes.
The work bit stresses Nathan to hell,
Yes.
as we all know.
Yes.
So change it. Do an activity, a different activity,
Yes.
Okay,
and
with her.
get the work out of it. Now, I'm going to sign off now. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm going to go to work tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. And so am I tomorrow evening.
Oh, good, and I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, I had physio today, and my physio, I've been having physio since all of this, and I didn't know who to go to in Flex Out because Jo, who I see, she went off and had a baby, and she's due back 12 months later next month. And so I go to a lovely young lady called Olivia McIntosh. And
Another Olivia.
yes, and she's just beautiful. She's really done good work on me because I was teary all the time the first few weeks, and my body went into shock, and I was shaking. The whole inside of me was shaking. It was terrible, and I felt really old and like just the simple things of getting out of bed and going to the toilet, all that stuff. Not that it's a lot better, but I still got to do deep
I get up
breathing.
in the morning and I'm like, I have to push my foot back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. And I think, oh, Jesus Christ, you're
Yes.
just getting older, man. And I get hiccups. And then I hop out of bed and I've got to really work my foot and then to get to the bloody toilet. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Is this what we got to look forward to?
It's fucking great. Yes.
I like
So
that.
Jess,
Never mind, I suppose we have to do
What's
it.
wrong?
yeah.
And then I got this exercise thing because I thought it was a 2-for-1 thing offer on telly. And
Oh.
instead, I don't do my Pilates anymore because I can't, because of COVID and I can't.
Yes.
And I've changed my work availability.
Yes.
Sorry, I've got
Yeah, that's all right.
And I thought, oh, this is good because I can do my sit-ups and my this and my that and whatever else. So it was a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Had a whole excited the other night and popped it on the end of the kitchen table and thought, oh, I'm going to try it tomorrow. I don't get to work and I've been reading the doggy door open.
So what is it a thing that you use your arms or your feet on?
Yeah, your feet
Yes.
anchor yourself and you have your arms hold the other end.
Oh.
And you can you can do your sit-ups and your hip things and your whatever, stand up, sit down, whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that'll be really good. So I thought 2-for-1, I'll grab that and then I'll give one to Kelly
Yes.
for her birthday in April.
Yes.
And I put it on the end of the table. I unwrapped one and I put the other one in the office.
Yes.
And when I go to wear a phone stop, the doggy door opened, I shut all the other doors so Ruby can only go on the tiles. She bloody jumped up, grabbed it off the table and ate it.
Oh.
Ripped it apart. And I came home and I said, I was given a pat. Mark goes, oh, I don't, because she's always so happy to see me. She runs up, she's so excited. She's a beautiful dog. She's just gorgeous.
Yes.
And I said to Mark, what am I doing today? And Mark's like, I said, what's that, mate? And he said, you know, that exercise thing you had on the end of the table? And I go, yeah. He said she ripped it apart. I
Oh.
thought, bullshit.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, that's it. We're not coming in the house anymore. He goes, no, she's all right. She. I said, no, that's it. No. So through the day I left her out. And I said, geez, lucky I've got a 2-for-1, so Kelly's not getting the other one.
No, don't tell her.
No, I won't. I have to think of another birthday present by next month.
Yes, you will.
And Ruby bloody well ripped it.
No,
I don't know why she did
no.
it.
Oh.
We're going to Pambulan next month, actually. Mark and I for 10 nights, so that'll be nice.
Where are you going?
Pambulan on the south coast.
Oh.
You got the hiccups,
Yes,
Jess?
she's got the
I
hiccup.
have got
She
hiccups.
needs a drink.
I've had water in amongst this conversation, but oh.
Yes.
Yeah, Pambulan, which is the south coast. A friend of ours has got a house there, so we're renting their house, and we're taking Ruby.
Oh,
It'll be lovely.
that will be.
And they said that often they haven't got a front fence, but they've got a back one,
Yep.
which will keep her as the back one, but she just hangs out. She's a funny little dog, eh? Mark finishes work earlier than me because he works a lot from home.
Yes.
He goes out at 5, 6 in the morning, and then he comes back and then works from home, and then I do my stuff. And so she hangs out with him, and then I come home. She's totally ignores him. It's terrible.
Yes.
It's so bad. He'll go, Ruby, and she just like looks at him and walks off.
Oh.
And every single room I go to, she follows. If I go to the shower, she follows me in the shower door.
Yeah.
I take full. She's just She lies up on the bed and then she hops in. She was lying. She's got a little rug on the end of the bed. She's been up here all night, but she's put herself to bed. She's in her bed on the floor now.
Yes.
She's so funny.
Oh,
But she
beautiful.
just totally ignores him when I get home. He said she just won't answer me. She won't look at me. She's just like, I
Oh.
said, I feel mean. He said, no, it's the dog you wanted.
Yes.
So that's fine. She's going to, she'll come to the coast with us, so she'll love the beach,
Yes.
which will be nice, which is across, right at our house that we're staying at, right on the beach.
Oh, beautiful.
Alan Joe said that when they can't find their Labrador, she's playing with the kids across on the beach.
Oh.
Ruby wouldn't go down there without me anyway.
No.
Because she's real clingy, like
Yep.
if I'm outside, she's right next to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah,
You should see how big she is, Nathan.
Nathan?
Yeah.
She's grown.
What?
Ruby.
He saw her when she was a little
Yes.
puppy, but she's the most beautiful dog. She's so shiny and chocolate brown. She's unreal.
No, that's beautiful. Hey, listen, I've got something to ask you before we go.
Before I keep hiccuping.
Oh, yes. Now, do you have a neighbour that, or not a neighbour, but someone that lives in your street called Susan? And her husband's Jason.
No.
You sure?
No. Yeah. No.
Well, I thought, or somewhere around then, she used to have a Hyundai i30, a white one,
Yeah.
and she's got a Subaru something now, brand new one, and it's a grey blue, and she had well, I think she's still got her dog, dog Bella, I thought, and she's just got a new puppy, and I think she lives around in the vicinity of where you are.
No, not now, Court. We've only got people that are doing up the house next door, then us,
Yeah.
then the Asians. That's a funny story.
Yeah.
Poor girl, she works at Charles Sturt Uni, and she's a lecturer, and her parents came to visit from China. She's Chinese.
Yeah.
She's highly intelligent. She's lovely, Sasha.
Yeah.
And her parents came to visit, and then COVID hit. They
Yes.
got stuck here.
Yes.
They're still here. They're still here.
Right.
So she bought the house next door, which is a little house, which sold within 2 days. And then the parents came to visit next month, and then COVID hit, and they weren't allowed to go back, and they're still here now.
Oh my God.
And she reckons she's getting fat because her mum's such a good cook.
Yes.
When Ruby was little, we'd be out the front doing the gardening or whatever, and Ruby would run up to her, and the mum would go, can't speak English. And then
Yes.
she'd be scared of her, and Bark would say, be careful of her, she'll probably eat Ruby.
Oh.
Stop it! It's mean, like terrible being Chinese. They eat everything as if, you know,
Yes.
bugs and cats and dogs and God knows
Oh.
and grasshoppers and whatever else.
Yes.
And Mark, stop it, that's naughty. You'd only say that quietly to me.
Yes.
She never heard. But now she loves Ruby because they go for walks and they play bloody badminton at 5 o'clock in the morning in the winter.
Oh.
Jesus.
On the lawn next door. These Chinese people, they're really weird. But I call them Ma and Pa because I don't know what their name is. But they will pass and then no. Because
No,
they
we're
sound so
good at
and
tea.
I'm like, hi, how you going? And Ruby runs out, and the mum loves Ruby now.
No.
Cuddles her and pats her, and
Yeah.
it's real weird. And Sasha ran out the other day, and she said, I didn't know what Mum's been talking about all this time. And I said, what do you mean? Because I was throwing the ball, and I was on her lawn. 'Cause
Yes.
I didn't want to wreck my lawn. And it's lawn's longer, and I was throwing the ball with this thing. And she came running out, and I went, do you want me to stop running at Ruby on your lawn? She said, I didn't realise you had a dog. She never barks. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Well, she doesn't. She's a Labrador. She only barks when she sees another dog.
Yeah.
She thinks she's trying to be tough, which she's such a whip. And then runs around and hides between my legs. When I'm
Yes.
standing up. she's like, oh, I thought, you didn't have a dog. And I went, yeah, I've had her. She's like 14 months old. And she's like, oh my God, I think this is what Mum's been telling me. I've been telling her she's been silly.
Oh.
She said, I've never heard her say, and I know their fence is 6 foot high and they're little short Asians.
Yes,
so I'll never
yes.
see over it. No one can see in our yard at all. They have retaining and then fences on top of it.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, I thought Mum was going silly because she kept saying, the nice girl next door's got a beautiful dog. And she's like, no, Mum, she's a nice girl, but she hasn't got a beautiful dog. Because she doesn't have one. I thought, oh, Jesus Christ, this quarter mouse is crazy. But no, there's no, not now. Unless it's in one of the streets nearby.
Right, well, she knows of you and she knows of Olivia. Her name's Susan.
What's the last name?
I don't know whether she goes under Anderson. Her maiden name, no, it's a bit hard for me to pronounce. It's, I can't get my tongue around it.
Because then we got the Asians, then we got these other ones down that other end. I don't know who they are. Then we got these other ones renting it in. Then we got Kerry and Paul. Then we've got Tamara. Oh, he's an idiot, that bloke. Then we've got Sue and Brent. And then we've got another Brent, but he's just split up with his wife. Oh, that's sad. That's across the road. They're sharing the kids. And then we've got Jess and Tommy.
Oh.
Yeah, no, not that court, but maybe in a street around.
Well, she might.
Maybe Olivia went to school with someone or, I don't know.
Did you say that Susan lives in the same street as same area as Jess? Oh, but I thought when you delivered the invitation for my birthday last year, that you said Susan lives. Oh, well that's
Doesn't matter. She's probably in one of the streets nearby.
right.
But
Yeah,
no, I don't know. Susan and who?
Jason.
Jason. What's her last name?
Well, I think it's Anderson. Oh.
It doesn't ring a bell, but maybe Olivia might know.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, well, Susan works at work and she's got black hair and
Oh,
she's,
your work.
yeah. She works at Centrelink, yes, but not a cleaner. She's
Well,
a,
you have to ask her where she lives.
oh, yeah, I don't think I know she lives at Thaguna, but she does walk around there, or she lives in that part, because she
Doesn't
said,
matter. Don't ask her. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
right. Oh well,
It doesn't ring a bell, but that's all right.
yeah,
Oh, well, I'm going to sign off and go to bed, and you better too, I dare say.
yes,
I don't even know what time is it.
9:30.
Oh, nearly
Yeah.
prime possum time to go to bed.
Yes, definitely.
I think I have to be at work at, what's tomorrow, Thursday? I'm going to be in West Albury at 7.
Oh, shivers. Yeah,
No, pain in the arse, isn't it?
yeah. And Jess, hope we get to see you or talk to you soon. Maybe one day you might get to see Nan or ring her up or something.
What number is she?
What house?
Yeah.
She's
Can
full.
you tell Nathan to text me the number in Prune Street that she is?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think he did one other time, but that
I
might
know,
have
that
been.
was like last year, and then after I went overseas and lost my phone and everything got stolen.
Yeah, oh, right. Yeah. Right.
Oh, I was in Vietnam and my phone got
That's
stolen.
right.
But
yeah.
it was all locked. No one could get anything. But the worst thing was I lost stuff.
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, if you could do that, and I promise you I will try to call in and see it.
She'd love that.
But yeah, other than that,
Oh.
Nathan is going to have to be doing other things.
Yeah, and it'd be nice if you'd,
But the thing is that
yeah,
what he has to know is that he's going to have a care worker with him. So I think if they honestly take the word of work out
yes,
and put activity in,
yes,
it will settle him like no tomorrow. I
Or,
think you need to write that down. And tell
yes, and what about you making contact with her?
Oh, I can't make
Oh,
contact
no.
with her really. But,
Right, alright, I
but
will.
all I'm saying to you is
Yes,
if you say to Tammy, well, you can say I said it.
Yes.
I don't care.
yep,
But just say, look, take the word work out. Put
yes,
the word activity in. It's a totally different scenario, and I think that he will enjoy a new activity.
yes,
And I know he might be a bit anxious about
Yes.
doing a new activity,
yep,
but if he has a care worker with him that's going to help him, it'll be fine.
Yes.
First time will be a bit worrying, but from then on,
yes,
that's it. And it's never work. It's an activity.
yes, and it's not a whole day thing.
No. And tell her, get rid of the friggin' work thing. Because
Yep.
the work thing will stress him out today, tomorrow, and he'll
Yep.
never go. Because he'll think of Harvey Norman, IGA, and
Yes,
whatever else he went.
and he still talks about that today.
I know. So if you say, okay, we're going to do an activity, tell her to get rid of the friggin' work thing. It doesn't matter what she writes on her side of it.
Yes,
What she says to him is the major thing.
yep,
So it has to be activity or whatever word you want to think of. We're going to do a new activity. We're
Yeah.
going to do an activity today.
yes,
And even though it means we're going to go to work today.
mm-hmm,
Work today, it'll be friggin' basket case. We're going to go on a new adventure today.
yes, that's it.
Activity, adventure, whatever.
Yep,
Just do it. And then keep WORK out.
yes,
And he'll be fine.
yep. That'd be good, yep,
Yeah, I think you need a new approach in that aspect.
yes.
But he will have to do something because they are changing things.
That's right, and, you
And
know,
they have to, they have to in that way because this whole country's never going to be able to afford people that aren't doing things that aren't. And this will be good for him once he gets a handle on it.
yeah, that's
I
right,
mean, motivating and good, and he'll feel more important, and I think it's a
yes.
good thing.
I do
Yeah.
too, yeah, but he
Yeah.
doesn't like me saying it.
No, well, just ring me up when you have to.
Yep,
If I don't answer the phone, leave a message and I'll get back to you when I can, as soon as I can.
yep,
I said to Nathan, I know he leaves me messages, but sometimes I can't ring for like 3 or 4 hours. And I'm
no, that's right, I don't,
I can't ring when I'm at work because
no,
I'm not allowed to answer my phone, but I'll get back to you.
and he
So,
knows
yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
and so do we, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, I always think of you and everything, and
Oh,
wondering,
yeah, I think of you guys too.
yeah, thank
And like
you.
Nathan's like, come back. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to come back because I'm just going to stay where I am for now. Maybe in a few years.
Yeah, who knows? That's
But
good. Yep,
for him moving on, adventure or a new activity
yeah, definitely.
instead of WORK.
Yes,
Tell her she cannot use that word.
yep,
And I don't care if you tell her that she can ring me anyway. She's got my number anyway. But she can ring me if she wants. But no, never ever use that word because that will put him into a headspin.
no, that's right, I do know. But
Yeah.
other people that don't know Nathan don't get it.
I know.
So, you know, when you have, as you know Nathan.
Yeah. Yeah. sort of wish I could branch out and help him through that bit, but I decided since the NDIS, I've been offered like 13 jobs from different companies.
Yes.
And I worked out, Mark said to me, why don't you, the other day, he said to me, why don't you just quit and bloody go and do, I said, because no one is hiring full-time workers. And I'm 58, I'm nearly 59 in May, right? I'm just coasting along because my benefits that I get are amazing. My holidays, my long service leave, my everything, public holidays, everything is way better. If I was permanent part-time or casual,
Yes.
you don't get any of that, what I'm getting. So I said, no, I'm going to stay like this till I'm 60 and I'll reevaluate, and then if I want to cut back a little bit, then I will. But while I'm happy to be working and I love working and I don't want to retire and I love it,
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going. He's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's right. You've got it all worked out, Jess, and you're not a silly person.
Well, Mark earns heaps. What I earn, he probably pays tax,
Yes.
which is really demeaning when you have to get out of bed. No, not really, because I benefit on his stuff anyway. But I mean, he earns heaps compared to what I earn, and I earn all right. So we're lucky. We're very comfortable in that way.
Yeah.
But I don't want to retire yet because I love working and I love my oldies.
Yes. And you're very good with the elderly and the disabilities and anyone. Yeah.
I decided though, I had so many disabilities, it was so hard to cope with. I'm not talking about Nathan.
No.
Because he wasn't, he was lovely. But I must admit, I had a lot of clients that was so hard to cope with that on the way home I'd think, oh Christ, I nearly need to go and buy a bottle of wine. I must have done my head in for the day. But I didn't. But I mean, they were really the ones that I only had, which went to, like Top Gun and a few other places, and they've been ringing me saying, are you sure you don't want to come and work for us because we can't cope with this? I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
No.
And do you know, I'm actually way happier.
Yes.
And way just better in myself. I think I was friggin' nearly exhausted.
Yep.
From trying to do the autism and the Asperger's, the bloody, really hard clients that couldn't verbally speak and whatever else. And I mean, like, and the really hard ones, you had to watch every second.
Yeah.
I was probably wearing myself out, I think.
Yeah, and I think what you're doing now is best. You've done your time with disabilities.
Yeah. When we were down the coast a few months ago,
Yeah.
and I was sitting in the car, Mark came back, he'd gone and got us some coffees, and I was sitting there, and there's this busload of people getting unloaded, and I was just sitting there watching what they were doing. Right? Not that I was spying on them, but I probably was. and Mark got in the car, and he just looked at me, and he knew I was like staring at them. And he goes, do you miss that work? And I said, no. I miss some of my clients.
Yes.
And he said, do you miss doing that work? Do you want to do it again? And I said, I'm never freaking doing that again in this life. I'm never doing that again, ever.
Well, that's
And he's
good.
like, fair enough. Here's your coffee. And then we drove off and went down to this beach and went for this walk. And
Yeah. Oh, I think that's a good thing, Jess. I wouldn't like to do it all the time. Nathan's hard work. Ever since the day I've had
he
him.
probably is,
But, that's because I have him.
it's a hard work.
Yeah.
Even mine are hard work and complex sometimes.
Yeah, but...
Sometimes I look at them and I think, fuck, they're so friggin' smart. Where the hell did they come from? They turn it all around on you. They turn it around, and in the end I'm like, hello, I'm the mother. I'm 58. I've got you through this lifetime. Shut up. And don't be telling me that because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, Mum.
Yeah. And Jess, Natalie did a wonderful job when she found me on the floor, and
That's good.
and rang the Ambos, 000, and because she said I'm not touching you, Mum.
So
And
did you just collapse?
yeah, well, because I had to have the house so tidy and clean,
You probably had a freaking big
and
anxiety
because
attack
of
over
the
reacted to everything.
because of the photographer was coming in on the Tuesday, and this was the Sunday, and I don't normally do a lot of housework on a Sunday, and I had to cook tea, and the floor had been washed hours before, and I just chopped up all the veggies, put them in the oven to cook, and thought I'll open the back door a bit more, and I'll put the blind up completely up, and then I'll go and do this other part, and
I
then
hate that blind.
yeah,
I've got verticals across my glass, door
Yeah.
and whatever, and I actually hate them.
yeah,
Lately, a few of my friends have put those blinds in,
Yes.
and I don't like them either.
yeah,
I've decided the verticals are better than the blind.
yeah,
Because the verticals you can pull back and the
Yes.
blinds, but the blinds you got to put down.
yeah.
It's so annoying.
Well, I don't have a choice, but anyway,
I know,
but
but I was
Yeah.
Sorry.
and then I was wearing these Masua, those corky things that you get from the chemist,
Oh yeah.
slip-on things and I was wearing socks with them, and I'd been doing that for a while, and I don't know, I was getting tired. My neck and back were I'm very stressed, and they were getting sore.
Yeah.
And then I just thought I'll do this, and then I'll sit down, and I walked back as I was heading into to the kitchen, but I don't really remember part of it, whether I got my foot hooked in something, but I know I could see myself falling. I don't know before I fell, but I don't know anything. I can't exactly explain it. And then it was just, I let off a scream or a noise and alerted Natalie, and she looked from her room and seen my legs on the floor, and then she came out and immediately came to me, and she said, right, these things are going off your feet, the scuffs and the socks, and she was just talking to me and asking me my birth date and all that stuff, and then she got on the phone and rang 000 because she wasn't picking me up, and Nathan was in his fucking room on the computer.
Well, they couldn't have picked you up anyway.
No, so
Did they use that pickup thing?
no, when they
What
came,
job?
they asked me from my left side to roll to my bottom, and they helped me up, and Natalie had a chair for me to sit on, because I landed near the oven, and my right side, I bumped my forehead, and both my elbows were bruised. My shoulder that's got the tear in it had a big bruise on it, and then my right leg was sore, and then as they were talking to me and all that stuff and checking my medication, asking me lots of questions. They knew by what was happening here that I was very stressed, and then they asked me to stand up, and that's when it really started to hurt, my lower back and my leg, and then I looked down and I must have busted a blood vessel, because below my knee it blew right out, and I was worried about I broke things, and they checked me and they said no, but they could take me to the hospital, but I'd have to sit in the waiting area. and be sitting there for hours. So they gave me Nurofen and Panadol and just observed me and then wanted me to sit down and put my feet up, and Natalie got the frozen peas out, put on my leg, and then they were just observing me and said that I'd exhausted myself with stress and my mental health, and they were really lovely.
Does Nathan get photos on his phone?
Yes.
I'll send him one of Ruby. I just came back into my room and she's lying on my bed.
Oh.
I'll send it to him.
Yeah.
Money.
So.
As in messages.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
That's all right.
So then, Jess, that's what happened, and I was so sore. And they said I'll need physio, not remedial massage. And then I was worried about work and whether I actually, but it was really painful. It was really so hard to get up from a laying down position, and it really hurt every time I went to go to the toilet. So then Mum, like about 4 days later, decided to hire the frame over the toilet for me.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got it. She doesn't want me to let it go yet because that really helps, because if you moved wrong you would know, and my stomach was pushed out. I had muscle spasms and everything, and to bend that leg it really hurt because it was so big. It was below my knee.
Wow.
Yeah. So Natalie's got these beautiful pictures of that leg. And then the bruising went all down my leg over the last 3 weeks into my foot, many different colours. And that bump is still there. Yeah. So I did go to Liz and everything, but yeah.
It's
So,
gone off to Nathan now, so he'll find
oh
it in a
yes,
minute.
yeah, I felt something. Yep. So yeah, that's what
Tell him
happened.
to show you.
Pardon?
Tell him to show you.
Yes.
I sent that off to Nathan now.
Yes, I will. So
Oh, God, you poor thing.
yes.
Between you and me, and yeah, my face is bloody not gorgeous.
You have to send us a picture.
Oh no, I'm not sending a picture of his face.
Oh,
Terrible.
Jess. So
It's, I've had steri strips, I've had stitches, steri strips, whatever. But apparently they don't, the specialist said, they actually don't know what it was. I'm like, what do you mean they don't know? Like, there was a 10-day wait anyway, because pathology was behind.
yeah,
And
that's
he said,
right.
it could have been a bite. And then the bite, like the thing is, it's down from my eye. I just take the skin heals. I'm a bit iffy, to tell you the truth, about it.
Yeah.
It's not his fault, because he, like he said, pathology, and he's done a really good job. I had 9 stitches.
Yes.
I've cut all the way down,
Yep.
like on my cheek, and like in this half circle, and then all the way down. And then he just said it was Casamol or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's dead skin. And he's like, I said, that's dead skin tissue. He said, how do you know that? And I said, oh, I did my AIN nursing, but I said, other than that, I knew that was what it was. And I go, so what the hell? And he said, the weird thing was that they've sent back, pathology has sent back question marks. How weird is that? I said, they're meant to know everything. He said,
Yeah.
put a question marks, 3 question marks after your thing, because it's been a lump, right?
Yes.
That's gone into a cyst.
Yes.
It's gone into the fact that when they got into the middle of the cyst at pathology,
Yeah.
it's dead skin cells, which is actually not good. But
No.
we'll deal with that if we go along with it.
Yes.
So the skin cells have died, and then I've got this pocket of whatever. It's caused a cyst around it that then's just popped up on my cheekbone, which they've had to remove, of course, but that's what it's come up as. And I'm like, well, what the frick have I got? Dead skin cells. Like, why am I? He said, we don't know. They don't know. It could either be an insect bite, an inner infection, which they've nearly ruled that out to say that's not the case. It can't be an inner infection because it's in a pocket of fluid around the outside and then a cyst on the outside of that.
Yes.
So